resume the recording, and then that way I can edit out just the beginning because my goodness, it's crazy. All right, hi everybody. So we have, some of you are complete newbies when it comes to doing any sort of graphics. How many of you, if you can just use the little reaction button. Do you guys see the reaction button? It's down at the bottom, or just raise your hand if you're on camera. How many of you simply, all your graphics, you're like, you just take, like, which is fair. I mean, I'm not judging you for just taking them, but if you just copy whatever graphics are out there, okay, and you're not making your own, right? Okay, how many of you, by show of hands, then feel like you do know what you're doing, generally speaking, maybe a pic collage, maybe you've used Canva before, a couple of people. All right, so most of you are newbies. I apologize for those of you who are like, seriously, Carol, I already know this. That's cool. You know, entertain yourself in whatever way possible. So there are lots of different editing programs available. There are lots of different graphics programs that are out there. I'm going to show you Canva because it is my personal favorite. It is an app as well for your phone if you are somebody who is like a phone person only. Here's a little productivity tip though. If you're finding you are exhausted by the end of the day, chances are that is because you are spending your whole day, first of all, giving yourself neck wrinkles and like this, staring at your phone, right? And carpal tunnel. And probably needing progressive lenses earlier than you think you do because you are trying to stare at this teeny tiny little screen. Computers are your friend. So when you're trying to get productivity work done quickly, a computer is way easier than a phone is. Canva does have the app, like I said, but I am going to show you on the computer. The comparison is there's no comparison. It's so much easier on the computer. I am going to show you, I've got it logged into my pro account because I do pay for the pro, and I have it logged into the free account as well. So I'm going to show you both of those. I would honestly say start with the free. And then if you're like me and you're making graphics all the live long day, and you want it to be really fast and really easy, then yes, you can upgrade to the pro. But I mean, it's not a necessary business expense that you need to be worrying about right at this moment. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute first, or I'm not gonna unmute you. You have to unmute yourselves because it won't let me unmute anybody. But anybody have any questions before we start? How much is pro? I think it's $12.99 a month. Something like that. Depends how you sign up. Like if you buy it all at once, then it's cheaper. Oh, the baby's crying. Is that Nadia? Probably. Oh yeah, I muted her. That was hers. So cute. Okay, anybody else have a question for me? So it's Canva. Canva. Then I'm going to show you. Okay. So I'm going to mute so we don't have the same issue we had the other day when it was a little bit crazy and there was somebody talking in the background. So I'm going to share my screen here. I'm just going to go straight to my desktop. Actually, I'm going to go to Firefox first. So this is the free version that I've logged into. So this is Canva, and this is what your homepage looks like. Anything you make, so I pretended like I signed it with a totally different account because of course it won't let me downgrade on my account from the free, you know what I mean, to the regular. So I downgraded, or I signed in as a fake person here as myself, but in a different way, into Firefox just so I can show you, and then I'll compare it to the Pro for you just so you can see. So anything you've created will show up here and it stays there for all eternity, unless you want to delete it, which is kind of cool because then if you want to edit things out or you want to change things, you totally can. So you can go back into different pictures and things like that. You also have templates that are up here. You can make everything in this site, from posters to cards to invitations, bookmarks, everything. There are differences between the pro and the regular and the number of templates and different things that are available. But really, the templates are important for the sizing of the items. So for most of you, would you say Facebook is your go-to for sizing? So remember that you want to be making things that are Facebook post sized. Has anybody ever taken a picture off of Pinterest and put it into their group? Guess what happens? Everybody has to click that picture in order to be able to see the whole thing. How many of your customers are actually clicking the picture? Not many, right? So you have to make sure it's resized. Same with if you're doing Instagram stories or anything else. Now, I realize if you're going, what? It's okay. Just breathe. Just breathe. Remember, the only place to start is just to start. And you have to be okay in any endeavor to suck. You just have to be okay with it. There is no way around it. If you wanted to start playing soccer tomorrow, you would have to suck before you got better, right? If you wanted to be a ballet dancer, you would have to suck. That's the reality. So you're not going to be a graphic designer artist overnight. Maybe you have some previous aptitude. Maybe it's easier for you, whatever. Some of us make very quick decisions. So we don't belabor things very quickly, so which means that we can make things very quickly. Some of you might take a little longer. Don't judge yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through creating a flyer from scratch on Canva, and then I'm going to show you how much easier it is to do with a template. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go, oh, sorry, I've got to move you guys because I can't see a darn thing here. Create a design. And then I'm going to choose the Facebook post size. So you go create a design, it says create at the top, and then design size. And don't forget, if you miss anything, it's okay. We're gonna upload it to YouTube. It's a lot easier because I will change it so that I don't have 5 hours of footage before we do anything. All right, so it does still show you your templates here on the side, but I'm gonna pretend those don't exist. And I'm going to start with a photo. Now, I would start with these uploads. Mary Kay photos are not saved on Canva. It's weird, hey? They don't have all the product images. Super bizarre. So I'm obviously going to take pictures from the social media site, right? If anyone from corporate is spying, I would never take a picture from the internet that's just there. It would never have. I would never do that because we're only supposed to use the ones that are available in the social media on InTouch. I would never just do this and go, oh, okay, give me a product. Somebody unmute yourself and yell out a product that I can do. I need it.
Hand cream.
Hand cream? Or gangrene? Hand cream? Is that what you said?
Hand cream.
Okay.
Hand cream.
So satin hands. So I'm going to go to my Google window. I'm going to type in satin hands, Mary Kay, cream, not cram. There we go. I'm going to pick images. And usually I'm going to come up with marykay.ca ones first. Those are the best ones. I'm going to right click it. If this is crazy to you, breathe, okay, and get somebody to help you learn how to save an image. But chances are, if you're already saving graphics somewhere, then you're saving them, right? Then you know how to save a document, okay? So let's say I'm gonna save that. So I'm in my design. I'm gonna go back to create. It kicked me out because I didn't do anything. It was like, no, you didn't do anything, you're out. So
middle tab, Carol.
Oh, is it in the middle tab? It gave me a different tab. Oh, well, that's okay. I didn't do anything in that one either. Thank you. I can't see it because all your faces are there. I think I'm just gonna completely minimize the Zoom bar. So I won't be able to see any chat, guys, or anybody raising hands. So just talk out. Don't panic. All right, so I'm going to go to uploads and I'm going to upload the image. I'm going to hit device and it's here on my desktop. So I'm going to just click it there. Now, what's cool is that those stay there forever. So they're always going to be in your uploads. Now I'm going to choose, I'm just going to go into here and I'm going to go to elements. There's lots of different choices here. I can do lines, shapes, or frames. I like a frame because then I can, so I'm going to pick this and click it and it just shows up. I'm going to go like this to my uploads and I'm going to put this, by clicking it, it goes right into the frame. Cool, right? Now, in my framed picture, hang on, did it go into the frame? I hope so. I can hit undo as well. I have to like drag it in. And then inside the frame here, I can choose the colors by clicking them at the top that I want to use. So what's really cool about Canva is it takes some of the guesswork out because you can see it'll take the photo colors and it will show up. So if I wanted to border it like this, I can. And then I can expand it or contract it and put it anywhere in my picture. So let's say I just want it like this. Am I losing anybody so far? Everybody's with me? And then I'm going to put some text with it. So this is a very simple thing. When I hit the text button, there are also templates here of texts that I can use. You don't have to use the same words. You can change it. So if I want to do, let's do this one, the goal getter one. It'll say free beside it if it's not available to anybody, if it's only available on the free one. So then I can click these little pieces and I can edit it out. So I can go, this is hands, and then I can go to the goal part and put satin. Cool, right? Now look, I don't want it to be those colors. So I can go up here to the text color. And again, it'll show me my photo colors and my document colors right there. Like that. Now that looks a little plain to me. So maybe I want to put in a shape or a sticker or something like that. Some of the stickers, you can see these ones, they're jumping. Those ones are for an animated Facebook post. That is beyond most of your capabilities right now. So don't do that. You can search them. So let's say I just want flowers. And it will show me here if it's free. A lot of these ones, guys, that are drawn, I can change the colors of too. Y'all are gonna be like, seriously, Carol, this isn't as hard. And now I'm less impressed by you, but that's okay. So now I can change that. And let's say I put it right here. I know you can't see it, and I'm gonna show you why. And then I'm going to pick a background color. So all I did was hit background. I can choose any of these that are free, and it will throw it in right behind. This is not free. See, so it says remove watermarks, which means I have to pay for either the individual design or the making it the free site, or sorry, the non-free site. Sorry, I thought I picked a free one. Here we go. That's free. This picture is in front and I don't want it to be in front, so I have to select it and go position and move it backwards. And then I can just click and drag different things and I can decide on here. I want to show you this. This background's a little dark for me, so I can select the background and then change the transparency so that it is less bright. I can also change the color. So that says a textured background. So maybe I might want it to look like this. And then maybe I want to change, let's do that. I'm going to change the satin here to be a bit of a darker color. And boom. So I'm going to go back to gallery view here. And then you guys can unmute yourself for a second. I'm just going to stop sharing. Who's like, What the heck? Anybody going, I'm out, this is crazy, or are you guys okay? Tell me.
I'm okay.
Two thumbs up.
2 thumbs up, you guys are okay?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you upload all your photos at the same time and then design, or do you design, place it one at a time and then upload the second one?
I'll
Or should
show you.
Upload them
Okay.
all.
I'll show
Okay.
you. Hang on, I'll just go back to this. So let's say, so what she's saying is that let's say you have a bunch of photos downloaded. Do you have to upload them each time? Watch, so I can hit upload a video or a picture or video. I can go to device. I'm gonna go to downloads. Actually, hang on, I've got a bunch on my desktop right here from doing those pictures yesterday. I can just select them like this and hit open and they'll all show up. Cool? And then they stay there. So that's designing it from scratch. Or as my daughter used to say, from scratching. So now I'm going to show you how to do it with a template. So actually, hang on, I'm going to go back. So you can either start here, which is where I would decide, I would say to do this. Start here at the home page, go to templates and choose Facebook post. Here's what's really cool. It will show you a whole bunch. Sorry, Firefox is a little bit slow on my laptop. So you can pick one and they'll tell you if they're not free. Like if they have a dollar sign beside them or a little crown, I think it is, then they're not free. So I'm gonna pick, I think this one is not free. I think this one's free. Let's see. I'm gonna pick this one. If there are elements in it, sometimes they'll have those as watermarks. They'll say, you can't use this. Yeah, so like you can't use her picture because obviously that is a paid design. So now watch. First thing I do, go to my uploads. And same thing, let's just do satin hands. Let's keep it simple, sweetie. So this is a frame, which means I'm going to throw it into here and it will keep it there. I can move this, I can move it around. Or if I double click it, it will let me adjust where I want it inside of here. Yes, still with me? Then I can click this text and I can go to the colors. And again, the photo colors show up. I can just change one word too to different colors. Isn't that neat? So I'm going to change this whole text. I'm going to select it and write satin hands. Then I'm going to go into here. Hands drier than the desert. Now look what happened. Do you see that? It's a little bit longer than it's supposed to be. So when I click this, right now, this is all as a group, it's called. So that means if I expand it or contract it, don't get dizzy, it's gonna stay together so that the spacing is the same all the way. But if you're doing an editing job on this and you're like, that's not working for me, I need to be able to change this, then you click these 3 little dots and you ungroup. And now when I click off of it and I go here, it'll only just select the one piece. So now I can expand this, which isn't going to make it go across on one line. Or I can hit this. Do you see this little bar? I can hit this and pull it and it will show up there. Now it still doesn't show up properly. So what do I have to do? I have to make this one bigger. So same thing. And then again, I have to move it. I have to make sure this is in front. So if I did this and this one, and that suddenly the text disappeared, I would select it, hit these 3 dots and move it to the front or to the back. So it's just layers, guys. In graphic design terms, it's called layering. And then I can change this, or I don't really want it. I don't need it. It's fine. I can just get rid of it. So I'm going to hit this little trash button, and that little piece is gone. I can make this bigger or smaller like this, or I can go like this, and I can change it at the top in sizing. I can also change the fonts. My advice is, if you are really new to this, stick with the fonts and the template. There was a reason you were attracted to it, and you might not know why. And so you don't know that some fonts don't go together. This is the thing that, honestly, I'm sorry if you're a pic collage junkie, but it makes me crazy about pic collages. A, there's only like 5 fonts or 20 or something. They're not very many. And B, they don't show you what looks nice together and what doesn't. And then you end up with like murdery fonts for things that are supposed to be pretty and soft. So when you're looking at the templates, look at things that are similar to the products that you are promoting. So if it's a spa type item, you can search spa even. And I'm going to show you that in a second. If I messed up like this, and now I'm like, what the heck size was it before? I can use undo, which is Control Z or Command if you were on a laptop or on a MacBook, and just undo it to get to my last one. I can't after I've saved it, but if I want it to stack up, I can move this in. And then I can also go back and I can add more text by adding these sizes here. So on the side, it says add a heading, add a subheading, add a little bit of body text. Those are just sizings, just to give you an easy way to do it so that you can just click it, and I can go like this, and then I can just go, you know, select this and go $13. Whoops, not 13T. There. And I can expand it or contract it, whatever I want to make it that size. Again, I can change the colors of these graphics. So you don't have to stick with these colors. I can go like this and go up here to this little box, and I can pick a different color. Even the background, I can change. So like, use your thoughts and think about what looks nice together, what doesn't. Here's what's cool is if I do add anything in, it will show me my most recent fonts right here. So this is only one style of font in the whole graphic. So I don't want to be messing around with a different graphic font. I'm just going to keep it all together. Pretty?
Hey, Carol.
Yes, go ahead. Ask yourself, ask anything.
What are the elements over on the left-hand side? And are you able to do, like I have an accent aigu on my name. Like, are you able to do?
If you have a keyboard at any time, you can do that. Like if you're putting in text, you can change it to anything. So in elements, this is going to be your illustrations, charts, grids, which I'm going to show you in a second, and everything else. Now they do have them pre-sorted for you. My advice is like, seriously, just hit, you know, start typing in something into the search button that you think you might like a flower or anything else. Same with the shapes. The shapes come in like this. They often go to your default color in the graphic. And then let's say I wanted this behind this. All I have to do is drag it and expand it this way. Oh, and as far as accents and things like that, you can also copy and paste from the internet from text and then change it that way. So you can just paste it right into a text box. So here I'm going to hit position and I'm going to put it backward. So it shows up underneath. And if I keep hitting backward, then the white thing shows up too. Okay? So now I am going to, just a minute, I'm going to show you, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to show you other things so we can transparency change it. I can also hit this little button. Do you see these? Duplicate, 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 duplicate. And then I can move these around. I did too many, so I'm going to go back and delete these. And again, remember, if this is like, what is she talking about? This will be on YouTube, and then you can follow along, which is my advice, is follow along. So this color doesn't work there because now it's going to mute out my picture or my text. Sorry, it's very hard to do when I'm trying to move the zoom buttons here. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to make that this color. And then I'll move this over and move this over. Okay? Then I have to, I'm going to name it. It will name it this name of the template if you don't change it. So it'll come up as like dark blue women's fashion. So I would name it Satin Hands. Then I'm going to hit, don't hit publish to Facebook. It's really annoying. Hit this little down arrow and name it either, you're either going to name it as a JPEG or a PNG. So if you're just posting to Facebook, do it as a PNG. That just means that it is got a clear background or less muddy background, and it's going to be a more adaptable file. If that is all Greek to you, that is okay. Don't panic. So I'm going to download it to wherever I want it to be, and it's good to go. It'll be there. And then I'm just going to show you. Okay, fine. There you go. And sorry, Firefox has got its own things. It will come up in preview. And then when I go back to the home page, the home page of this, because I saved it, even if I didn't download it, as long as it's, whenever I started it, it'll change it and save it here into my designs. And now it's here. This is what I love. Let's say I don't want to mess with this one too much. I like this one, but I want to change a couple of things, or I'm doing a sale and I want to change it from 13 to 11 or something. I can hit these three buttons and go make a copy. And then when I go back into this one, I can change just that and name it something else or keep it as copy of Satin Hands. So I can say Satin Hands sale. And then change this so it says 11. And then re-download it. And again, when I go back in, it'll be in here. So there's no need, you don't have to hit the save button all the time. It will just naturally save. Even if you do like this one and you just start it, I don't know why it says getter at the top, because I maybe one of the pictures is named that or something, but I didn't name it anything. So I could name it Satin Hands too. I don't have to download it. It will still show up in my designs. Okay, so they're all in here. Some of this stuff seems really crazy at the beginning. Don't panic about it. Start with a basic Facebook post and play with it. How do you think I learned? Do you think I took a class? No. I just was okay to embrace the suck. All right, now I'm gonna go crazy fast and I'm gonna show you in Pro, and I'm gonna design something in Pro. All right, so here's my Pro account. It looks a little bit different, but I'm just going to mess with this one. All right, so I'm going to go to templates. I'm going to go to all because I can. And actually, you know what? I'm just gonna search. So give me a word that is something like spa or beauty or something like that.
Fabulous.
Fabulous, okay. That might not come up with anything, but we'll try. All right. So I can search in here. I have to close Firefox. It is so laggy. Hang on just a second. Quit. It's killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Yes, close tabs and go away. Sorry, because it's, hang on. All right, share screen. I'm gonna go back to desktop. And then I'm going, can you guys see the Chrome now? Yes? No? I can't see you, so somebody yell out.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, so let's say that I wanted to search for fabulous. Everything comes up here that they think would be a fabulous whatever it is. Okay, so let's choose this one. Now this is a birthday card. It's not the right size for Facebook. So I'm going to just resize it. And I can do that in Canva Pro, which is one of my biggest, most favorite things that I can do, because then I can take the exact same thing and make it different sizes for different documents. So like Pinterest graphics, things like that. Can you guys hear my dog yipping to come in? Such a turd. All right, then I can go to my uploads. I can also, I have folders of my uploads. I can do different things, like I have my faces of my consultants and things like that, because otherwise I'm like constantly searching through the things because there's so many uploads in here. But let's say I want to do 3 different mascaras. I'm gonna drag these in here. I'm gonna resize this. I'm doing this on purpose crazy fast. And hopefully you guys can tell what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Sorry. I'm doing my best here to kind of illustrate how you're resizing. Do you see that? How I'm just moving? I know you can't see my fingers on the keys, but hopefully you can get kind of a concept of that. I'm just moving these into here. So if I want to crop it, I'm going to double click it. And if I just want to move it around, I can do this. I can change my colors. So I can change this to anything I want. So I can do document colors. In Canva Pro, I can create palettes of color combinations that I love. And I honestly get these from Pantone and just the hex codes, which is, I know, insane. Could somebody let the dog in? Good God. And then move this around. I can also go like this. I can make it bigger or smaller. And in Canva Pro, I can also, when I go to put in my text, I have brand texts as well. So then I can pick my fonts that I want as my default fonts for things. Now, this might be like, if this is out of your realm, don't pick Canva Pro because you think it's going to be easier, because it isn't necessarily easier. It's just easier if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, it can be a little bit more confusing because you're like, what do you mean brand fonts? So now it's saved to my designs. Now I can download it. And in this, I can actually change the background size. I can make it background transparency. I can do lots of different things in order to change what I'm doing. But do you see how fast that was? Took no time at all. And super cute, right? So whoever's down for lazy, this is my favorite because we can just do things like that. Now I'm just going to show you, I'm going to go back to home and I'm going to show you from scratch. Not, hopefully I won't use a lot of design elements, but I just want to show you the grids. So this is a blank one. Hopefully this is a blank one. Come on, you can do it. Load up. You guys feel free to ask me anything.
When you have this as free or pro, does it matter what device, or is it just one of those ones where you log in and it doesn't matter where you log in, it'll go where you left off?
That's my favorite part, is it's web-based, so it doesn't matter which computer you log into. If I logged out of this here, even if I didn't log out of Chrome and I went into Firefox, let's say, and I logged in from this account, it would just bring me right back where I was. So it's all there.
Thanks.
So you don't have to buy this program. It is free on the internet for anybody to use. So if I'm using a grid, I just want to show you something. So when I put in a picture grid, it goes like this. Then I go to my uploads, and let's say I put, I don't know, let's do, you can tell I was just making all these other graphics, right? I have to click it and drag it into here. Now let's say I do this and it goes like that, but I want these three things together. I know they don't go together, guys. Don't be like, Carol, what's wrong with you? They don't go together, okay? I am aware. So I might want to change the size of this. When I change it with this dragging button, I can make it narrower or bigger, like this. I can go like this too, or I can make it narrower or bigger this way. When I'm in my grid, I can double click and move things so they just show up however I want them to do it. If this isn't the right grid for me, I can delete the entire thing and go back into a different grid to change that way that that's going. So it'll automatically, its automatic default is it's going to take over your entire document, whatever you're doing. But I don't necessarily want it to be all there. So then I might need to move this. So I'm going to put these in the way I want it to look, let's say, okay? So let's do that. That one doesn't work. What's a nice sideways one, Carol? Come on. Come on, Carol. You can do it. Find something that's a little bit, here we go. Let's put that in there. So I'm going to take this and I want to keep the proportions somewhat the same. And then I can move that whole grid around and change it up. Here's what my favorite thing is. Now you can do this in regular or pro. Let's say I start it and I'm like, what am I thinking? I am not good enough at this. I need a template. I can still go to templates. I can pick one. Let's say this one. Now it will lay it right over top of everything. But the thing you just didn't disappear because I can go like this and I can position it to the back. Well, not that one, apparently. I can't do that. I don't know why. But if I get rid of stuff, it will be there. Am I in the regular one or the pro? Maybe it does take away. Maybe this is new. It didn't used to. So I'm going to go undo. Hang on. And I can go back into my uploads and throw things in here and go, hey, that looks kind of cool. And just play around with these. I can still change this, see? So with grids, it's a little bit tricky because the pictures show up in there. But here's the alternative. Look. So I put this, then I'm trying to like line this one up and I have to make this the right size. And then I want to make it, okay, I'm going to do it like this. Okay, and then I want to make this one line up so it's the same size. Oh no, it's slightly bigger. Oh no, now I'm gonna, see what I mean? It's a good way to go crazy. Here's the other one. I can click the grid, this grid here, and I can go to spacing, and look, this is kind of cool. You can make it so it's got more line or less line in between. I can't do that with this. It's so much work to move things around with these when I'm just clicking in the documents. If I just do this and just click it, it will go in like this. If I click and drag it, it will either go into a grid or a frame, or it will take over the whole background. Which can be really cool because then I can select it. I can make it a little bit more transparent. Doesn't that look neat? And I can go like conceal, let's say, and then have all the different concealers in these grids. Anybody like, what the heck? I'm going to show you one more thing. Give me 2 seconds here. All right, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that it all fits. Watch what else is really cool. If I select this and I don't want it to be all caps, I don't have to retype it. I can click this, the 3 buttons, click this little U or A, and it will change it to uppercase or lowercase, depending if this is the right font or if it's lagging. I don't know if it's lagging or not. Let's see. I'm going to change this to glacial. And then sometimes some things are only available in uppercase font, so then it doesn't work. Did I type this all in capitals? I don't know what I did. Come on. Why is it being a jerk? Why, you know, like, okay, I don't know why it's not working. I think it's because I had it grouped. So let's see. See, everybody has the ability to suck. Don't worry. I don't know why these are not going upward or downwards. It's very hard to tell on here, but usually I can click this, for example, and I can go make it capitals or not. See that? Yes? I can copy that style and then go like this, and it will just give me that same style. Again, that's kind of tricky. And then I can also right click things and do copy and paste with fonts. So again, if I am looking for something cute, and you can do this on the free or the regular, I can search in design here in the templates and go to cute. If you're using the Canva, the free one, and you like a design, but it isn't the same, like it's not, like let's say I want this one, and it's not in a Facebook post size, then I can go in here and I can do 2 different ones at the same time, and I can just copy those elements. So I can go, okay, well, what is that? And move it over and change it that way. So this isn't the same size. This is obviously, I don't know what size this is. This is a custom 25 by 20. So in Pro, I can resize it. Otherwise, I can't. So I'm going to give you quick 5 more minutes. I'm going to do a really quick tutorial from scratch to design from scratch. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you know what size of document you want. You're going to create a design from the size that you're doing, whatever you're posting it on. And then you have to make sure, so I'm not going to use any uploads. I'm not going to use any of my own images at all. I'm just going to use the ones on here. Canva does have photos. So I can pick this. I know this is Pro, but it's just easier. I can either click it. So if I just click it, it shows up and I can resize it. If I drag it, it goes in the background. Whatever image I want, I can hit this little button here, this transparency, and make it more or less. I can hit text on the side. And my advice would be at the very beginning is pick a font style that you like and then just change the words. So again, if I click it, it'll just show up there. I can change this to whatever I want. I'm not going to do that right now. I can resize it. If it's already grouped and I want it to change, I hit the 3 buttons and hit ungroup. Then you have to click off of it. Otherwise, it's really going to hate you. And then I can mess around. Keeping in mind that that often will change the reason why you picked that font or that style to begin with when you are messing around with it. If something disappears, so for example, let's say I put, just going to pick whatever's closest, guys. So it might not look cute together. Don't worry about it. If something goes here and it's covering everything and I want it to go behind, I have to position it and then hit backward. I can keep hitting it until it's behind everything I want it to be behind. It won't go behind this coffee picture behind me because I've set that as a background picture. If it is a drawn element from Canva, I can change the colors and it will show me what's already in the document or in the photo in the background so that I can change it that way. I can also go, well, that's a little too brown for me. I want it to be a little oranger, and I can click this little hexagonal thing and I can just mess with it here. Oh, and here's something really advanced. If you find a color you love, you can Google it for the hex code. It's called hex code, and you can just type it in here. And then it will come up. It's really cool. But if that is clear as mud, it's fine. Just leave it. I can put in lines. I can adjust them wherever I want them and mess around with that. And then when I'm done, I rename it if I want to. If not, it will just save it as whatever the name of the design is or whatever text you've put in. And then I can download it to my device. Whew, all right. Was that a little crazy? Or are you a little bit like, what?
I have a question, Carol.
Yes.
I noticed that you've been doing or picking mostly Facebook designs, and I was wondering, can you use this to make postcards or cards that you print in Staples, for example?
Yes, you can use it for anything. You can make postcards, posters, cards, anything. Just pick the template design, the size that you want. They have everything.
Yes. And then, so then you download it and save it on your computer and send it to Staples?
Yep. Or Vistaprint or whatever. If you want something like a flyer to put inside your packages, for example, then save it as a PDF, guys. JPEGs and PNGs do not print as well as a PDF does. Okay? Other questions? Somebody's got a vehicle noise in the background. I'm just going to mute you all. So you're going to have to unmute yourself. Sorry. If you just started talking, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Any other questions for me? Is there anybody who feels that they could, while I'm fielding questions, quickly write down the names of people and do a quick draw? Anybody on here that can do that for me? Bueller? Somebody, please.
I can.
Lori will? Okay. I just heard I can, but I don't know who that was, but I saw Lori go like this. There's a lot of you tonight, so it's hard. I can't see all of you at the same time. Okay.
Am I doing it or is Lori doing it?
Lori's doing it.
Oh,
Lori's
okay.
got it. No, Adele, it wasn't you. You were already muted at that point, so it was somebody else. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. I just, that's where the mute button comes in. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have a little talk with yourself, and you're going to say, it's okay if I suck.
I guess I will.
Because it's all right.
It's your first attempt in learning.
That's right.
Fail.
And I will upload this as soon as I can. And then you'll have it. You can replay it. And there's also awesome Canva tutorials out there. Like there's tons of them.
Don't be
Canva's
scared,
designed
get
to
on.
be like graphic design for dummies. Sorry?
Just get on and try it.
Yeah. Just mess with it. Okay, go in and you know, to take the pressure off too, if you are somebody who's just learning, don't try to even do a different image or anything else. Go into one of the pre-designed ones and mess around with the sizing and different things there. Just to play with it. Change the colors, change the sizing. Like, who cares? It's not for anything. So you won't feel that need to be like, oh my gosh, I have to have a sale post right now. There's a reason people like me make these and share them for everybody. And I'm fast, so I do. And I do like to do it, so it's okay. And I have no graphic design training at all. Like none.
And we're really glad you like to do it.
Why do I like to do it?
No, and we're really glad that you like to do it.
Oh yeah, because it's easy, right? And I don't mind. Like, it's easy for me to mess around with things and play with it. It's kind of fun for me, so I do enjoy it. You know, I'm pretty artsy, so that part of it I enjoy. But that being said, it is an essential skill for you to just be able to do these things, whether they're for your customers and advertising or whether they're for your team, to just be able to make graphics, because we are in a picture-based world. There's a reason Instagram is much more popular than Facebook, and it is because A, most of the stuff is not political on Instagram, and B, it's less text. People like to scroll and see pretty, pretty pictures. If you are just learning Instagram, the cool thing about Canva is when you do an Instagram story template, it gives you like 10 of them in different styles. So you can just put your pictures into them and then use them on a daily basis, and it looks very continuous and like you really knew what you were doing when you didn't. How many of you were like, hey, I've seen that design that Carol did and it looked a lot like, I thought she was just amazing. No, I just used the damn template, okay? Just use the template. Lazy people get stuff done. The microwave's invented by lazy people, and so is the car. So that's how you do it. You could spend all day going, I don't know, this flower, this flower, this flower, this flower. Just make a damn decision and do it. It's okay. How many of you were scrapbookers? Anyone? And you'd go to these things and people would be like, I don't know, this sticker or this sticker or this sticker or this sticker. And then they'd have to poll the whole table to figure out which sticker. And you're like, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Doesn't matter. Embrace the suck. Know that it's okay to fail at it. But I've tried them all. I do use Pic Collage every once in a while, but I love Canva. It is my favorite. And I have bought the free, or I've done the free for a long time, and I bought the new one, or the one for a year. You know why I bought it for the year? Is so I couldn't change my mind. Because often I'll be like, it's too expensive. I'm not going to keep paying for this. And then I'll just cancel it for a month, and then I'm like, where'd all my stuff go? Because all my, the expensive stuff, like the paid things that were just there, now will show up with watermarks, and it drives me crazy. So I bought the whole year at once, so I wouldn't change my mind. All right, Lori, are you ready? Who's my winner?
You just have to teach me how to do it. I wrote down all the names. Do you pick a number?
Oh, sure. How about that?
Okay.
How many people are on?
I have 35 names, a few people left already.
All right, 17.
Okay. Trini.
Trini.
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Who's Trini belong? Trini, who do you belong to? Oh, you're muted. I can't hear. There you go.
I'm with Rhoda.
You're with Rhoda. I saw you go, but I couldn't. All right. So either you message me. It's okay. Either you message me or Rhoda messages me with your address. And I made these super cute because I'm crafty. I made these really cute little bags
Oh,
that say But First
awesome.
Lipstick, and they fit a lipstick in
Yay.
it. So that's what you win tonight. Okay?
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Pamela, by the way, if Pamela's still on, yes, you are. I see you. That's coming to you. I mailed it today because I sent her stuff from the last Zoom call and somebody took them right out of the envelope. So she got a note with an empty, like with it ripped open. She's like, thanks for the note. When do I get my present? There was a present. She didn't say it like that, but she was like, thanks for the note. I was like, but you got a present, right? No, she didn't. Somebody
Carol?
in the world is wearing jewelry that I sent.
Carol, did
Yeah.
you make those little lipstick bags on Canva?
No, I made them in, a lazy people win. Etsy sells SVG files if you're a Cricut person. So I have a Cricut and I just bought the SVG files that are already made. And then put it into Cricut Maker and then print and then put it on the vinyl and stuck it down. So I didn't design
I
that.
don't
but
have
you
a Cricut,
You could
but
design
I
it
know
in
Raven has a
Canva.
Cricut.
Yeah, so like you could design things in Canva, save it, and then go into Cricut with it, and then do that. But it's a lot easier just to buy things from artists that are actual graphic design artists. Because don't forget, when Canva uses these templates, they're paying somebody to create those, right? And so then I'm supporting an artist to do that, and it saves me so much time. I don't have to go like, oh, what would be cute here? A little piece of newspaper washi tape? No. Mess with it a little bit, change it around. It's fine, guys. And no one will know. And now, didn't you all think I did all those like so pretty all by myself? Because I'm so amazing. I know. Sorry to burst your bubble. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Embrace your suck. Okay. Bye.